You see, I was a little blessed because I've been out of this circle, this society, this way of like living that the normal people live, like my whole life. I've never been in it. My dad died when I was about 12, and I just had free reins basically from then on. Not to mention, I was just very uncompromising by nature. Like, I tried to fit in when I was younger. I tried to like dial into people's way of thinking and perceiving things, but I just couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't do it. Now that's a blessing on a deeper level if one's focused on self-realization. But it can feel like a curse when you're living in a society where you just don't fit in, you know. And these are the people I'm talking to because I don't think it's, well, I don't hear it talked about hardly at all. Thank God I met somebody who did talk about that when I was 16, and it saved me, man. Saved me. So I have a special place inside that wants to share these things because those are the people I'm supposed to talk to, and we do groups, and yeah, this is good to have these people. Not that you have to be some kind of outcast or black sheep to fit in, no, but you understand, you've reached a certain level of awareness or consciousness authentically, not like imagining you have, where you just see like you're like, this is not your home. This planet's not your home. You're like, damn, this like seriously, it's not my home. And it feels like there's a lot of machines walking around. I went to the dentist the other day, and I was telling my friend I felt like human robots were working on me. Just very cold, very. I mean, it was like cool. God's using them to help me with a certain situation. I'm like, okay, but as far as connecting goes, or any kind of, I don't even. It doesn't even feel like they reached the level of just even being human yet. It was just very robotic. They realized they first you have to pay too. You have to pay up front, and then they realized they undercharged me or something. So then I'm sitting in the chair, like ready to get this work done, and the girl comes back with the credit card thing, like, okay, we forgot to charge you. I'm like, really? Like, you can't wait till I'm done? You think I'm like, people aren't going to pay or something? Then they justify. They say, no, it's just it's better for you this way, because then when you leave, maybe you don't feel like going to the front desk to pay, and we're very busy usually. Yeah, there's never a big line. But anyway, okay. Now here's the difference, though, and this is important. This is important because also for the group, uh, we want people who aren't, because you can watch a bunch of videos or people just bashing the world and like everything sucks, and you know, sheeples are everywhere. I had a friend. I named him the shepherd. I said he's here to shepherd the sheeple. I give nicknames to everybody, you know, and he didn't know his nickname, so I told him. So it's not about that. It's not. That's like it's you're part of the same problem that you're like bitching about. Really, this is about transcendence. It's about, but not being like not being, you know, not being overly positive. Everybody's love and everybody. No, you just see things. It's about being real. That's all. Not judgment. Some people think if you talk like that, you're judging the people. That's not spiritual. Like, okay, I don't think this message is for you. It's about just observation. You see what it is. Okay, it's like this. Okay, cool. Do you hate them? No, I don't hate them. I think they're funny. They're like part of the show. It's cool. And you have compassion. You not a contrived compassion. You're not trying to be spiritual when you say I have compassion. No, you have compassion because you know what's in store. Basically, you know how much pain it requires to crack this machine trance that most people are walking in. You understand now why it takes lifetimes? They're not going to crack that in one life. They haven't even started. Like, they haven't even begun. I've said before, this life has many levels of consciousness. You got people who just graduated from the animal kingdom. You got people who live lives on Earth for, who knows how many lives, and then you got everything in between, all different levels. You got people who are just totally, they're only here to experience, trying to please the senses, and deeply identified with their body. There's no space for them to be aware that there's something beyond their body. Then you got the intellectualists who think they know, that they can say all the right things. Yeah, I'm beyond the body. But when it comes to actual tangible experience, like feeling like who they are beyond the body, like right now, no. No, it's all mind. Mind has hijacked everything. So you understand that if you're at a certain level. So it's like, you can understand some of the Yogananda or Papaji or some others, they call their people their kids, like they're all my children. Jesus said that too, didn't he? You see, they're talking about the not the actual person, but the stages of consciousness. They understand that stage of consciousness. And another stage of consciousness, for that stage of consciousness, yeah, those stages of consciousness, yeah, they're children. But they've also experienced those stages of consciousness. So it's not any kind of cynical arrogance or narcissism. It's just, it is, again, observe it. It is what it is. Who cares? They don't get any pride. Oh, I'm like higher than all these robots. No, it's not that. Check yourself if you have it. They also do that. Somebody who's really in tune. There's introspection going on. They're checking. Are the ego motives in there somewhere? Sometimes people, they like trying to get me. They say, yeah, but what if you're doing this for that? I said, yeah, you need discernment. You need to have discernment. What they're really asking is like, yeah, but are you having discernment? I said, you can believe whatever you want. Just do that. That's easier. I'm not gonna sit up on the what do they call it in the court? You got to go on the stand and you have to like justify yourself. Yeah, no. So this message is for those people that can relate to this. Mentally ill. I mean, how many examples does, if you want to really break it down, if you have no awareness of your deeper nature, you're mentally ill, basically, because the mind's ill. If the mind's sitting on the throne and running everything, which it will be if you're not in touch with your deeper nature, of course, God's behind that too. Some of the smart ones will say, no, but everything's divine. Yep, sure is. But if there's no, within the game of evolution and waking up, if on an evolutionary level, all you believe is mind, and it's running everything, seemingly, you're going to be mentally ill. Those people can't be trusted. No, I'll never let you down. This is how Jesus knew. He knew he could read his disciples' consciousness, the stage. He said, look, you're going to betray me, and then you're going to betray me, and you're going to betray me. No, Jesus, like, you're Jesus, and we, like, love you a lot. We're not going to do that. He says, I know. Okay, you'll see. He betrayed him. Because they were tuned with mind. They weren't in touch with their deeper nature. If you're in touch with your deeper nature, you do things according to God's laws, to God's direction. You don't not take somebody's money because they're not looking. No. Like, if somebody left some money and then they go over there, you don't not take it because you think maybe they'll turn around and see, oh, I better not take it. No, and you don't take it because the Bible told you not to take it. That's also not why you don't take it. You take it, you don't take it. You don't take it because you're dialed into like cosmic laws. You're following cosmic laws. Those beings you can trust, because they're not going to sell you out because they're following God's laws. They can't sell you out. They're going to be punished. Not because there's some vindictive God up there and they're going to punish them. No, because karmic law. When somebody understands karmic laws, you trust them. I trust them. I'll leave all my money out, whatever. They already know. If you mess with it, like you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay more because you're already aware. People's karma is it's a heavier debt when you're aware that you shouldn't be doing it. Unconscious people, they're going to pay too because like that's part of how we wake up, but they don't pay the same debt as if you're awake and you do something. That's why it's important to make amends, to rectify that. That comes natural though, you know. So what do you do? What do you do? You're around mentally ill people, and look at like, oh yeah, the commercials, the government, the politics, the way businesses are run, the medical and dental places, the gyms, the restaurants, having TV everywhere, all the promotions, all the publicity, all superficial. Everybody's trying to sell things to please your senses, and everybody. It's multi-billion-dollar industry. All the face creams, all the products you get to try to keep the body looking good. This is all mental illness. I'm not talking about the people. I mean, we can throw them in there too. The ones that go on a roof and start picking people up. They might even be higher to some degree because they're aware that they don't want to live in a mentally ill world. So then they resort to doing mentally ill things to get out of the mentally ill world. But they want the mentally ill world to get punished first. But on some level, they can feel like I'm in hell, you know. And yeah, to a certain degree, yeah, you're in hell. That's why you got to wake up spiritually. And this is the difference between a pessimistic message and the message I'm trying to share is that you're here for a reason, not here by accident. You're here to recognize your true nature and not let it get corrupted in the midst of mental illness. This is why you're here. This is the exercise. This is what we signed up for. It's like some people sign up and go to boot camp, you know, and it's 3 months of just craziness, and they want to like just pass it. Oh, I passed it. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. On a higher level, we signed up to come here, and because it's a challenging to be a human being in a mentally ill world. When consciousness assumes the form of a human being and takes on the physical body, emotional body, mental body, karma. Even if you don't have individual karma, you're going to have to take on collective karma to exist here. You're gonna be plagued with the mentally ill's collective level energy field. It's like with that's constantly telling you fulfill your desires, please your senses, this will make you happy, this will do this, think bad about them. All that whole low level negative energetic soup. It's going to be, you're in it, like it's looking for something to attach to try to get you to get involved in it. Yeah, this is a test. This is a challenge. This is why a lot of these yogis, man, they go to the Himalayas. Now, not so many, but the ones that live in India, they just gone. They're like, I'm done. You get to where you're done. This is how you know if you lived your life full. When you're just authentically done. Not that you have to go in the Himalayas, but you get to where you're done. Like what else is there to do? You can't think of one thing that like excites you. Like, oh yeah, this will be good. If I make a bunch of money, or if I go to this place, or if I do this or that, like whatever. Like you just see through it all. It's all temporal. It's not an intellectual belief. No, it's a realization. Like you seriously, the life force isn't even moving in you to try anything anymore. Even if you have the means to do it, that's important. It doesn't really count if you're 90 years old and you can't do anything anymore, and then you say, I renounced the world. Yeah, the world renounced you, so that doesn't count. But if you're in a position, in a place where you can pretty much do what you want to do, but you just don't want to because, like, what's the point? You've lived a full life. That's how I feel. I did everything I wanted to do. I fulfilled every desire, every experience I wanted to taste. I did it. And now that led me, well, it caused a lot of pain because of that transition. You got to like grieve realizing that nothing actually will do anything for you. That's like a grieving process. I remember my friend, he had to grieve because he realized that most women, least in his experience, they want something. They want something. It's usually security of some kind. They want something, you know. Guys also, majority of guys also want something. They want the arm candy, or they want the sex, or they're lonely and they want to be in bed with the girl, and they want to, whatever. It's human nature, like to want something. And so he had to grieve that because he's got it. It's like the realization it just came. That's what I mean. You can't learn this stuff. It comes. It just comes. Did something change on my camera? Doesn't matter. We're almost done. So it's the same thing. A real realization. You realize, like, wow, I'm done. I'm done. I see the world very mentally ill, and comparatively speaking. Now what? Now you start to listen. You listen inside. Yeah, ask that question inside. Now what? And then because your mind's not busy anymore, being part of the robot machine and trying to, fulfill fantasies and desires and experiences that you think is going to give you some contentment, you burned all that out. Now you can actually listen when you ask that question, now what? Now what, God? And then some peace will come. It's like, now what? Nothing. You're just being. Oh, yeah. There's no now what. And then you do what you do. The life force moves you. I'll go get some gas in my car. I'll put some food in the body to convert it into life force so it can continue doing whatever, making videos. And you just do. You do your thing until that wind-up doll expires. But you found what you were supposed to find. And when you leave the planet, you're going to get that from the higher beings. They're like, you passed it, man. Damn. You'd be like, yeah, I told you. No. All right. If you want to go to a group, you can look in the website link and go to satsang, spiritual satsang, and you can write in if you want to go to a group. These are the people I'm looking for. I'll see you.